are waiting 2 seasons, nobody's going to give me a hoodie. Oops, however, did give me a very nice team jersey with my name.
They don't make hoodies in that size
and the
anymore.
Scotland flag on it. Yeah, that's why you don't have one, Daki.
I have one of it.
You got a tent instead.
Uh-huh. A mobile home. like
a mobile home. A parachute. Okay. Oh, artillery coming out. Steroid's going to be playing it.
Yeah, we've seen this from Kazna Crew as well, if you remember the Kong GC on the defensive side. It doesn't always work. It's a hard pick to pull off, especially because that leaves you with 1 tank less to defend the 1-2 line, for example. He's gonna have Stu is gonna have to do some decent damage. He's a really good artillery player, though. We have seen this before.
Utopia, red side, are going to be on the defense. GoHard on the blue side on attack. GoHard have the purple and black camo. Utopia have a really cool blue urban camo.
I mean, Stewards is an MVPS. They always play with Artie, so I'm not surprised.
Little clan joke there for people not familiar. Never Carry just moving up here in his mouse. Papa Pavin setting up in the bush here in T57 Heavy. And look at this little hit squad coming out here from GoHard.
It's a straight push. It's a straight push down like we've seen from Ding before already. They're just going to keep going
Full
and hope to surprise Utopia.
Can Utopia be ready for this? Stefan is spotted, Annihilator spotted, big ricochet of Stefan already from Biku, so the E4 didn't connect, but look at the damage coming in already. There's this arty splash. Stefan hasn't got, he's still got the stunned crew there. Failware still got the stunned crew, and look at the damage coming out for Utopia here into GoHard. Failware's getting absolutely pummeled. He's lost 2 crew members. He's about to go down. He's only got 37 HP left. Annihilator is taking a bit of a beating as well. Negative's now starting to take shots, and these tanks of GoHard are just stuck here in the middle, but they're starting to get shots back. Mucka's now taking damage for Utopia. Biku's taking damage. Never Carry's taking damage. And GoHard are still in the fight, but Biku has finally dropped Annihilator.
Yeah, the thing is, Papa Pyron's about to come off reload with the first into negative and 3 more to follow. That's going to be another dead tank.
Steroids gets a kill on Never Carry in the mouse. Actually, no, that's multiple kills coming in. So, GoHard have lost Failware in a 1-1-3. They've lost Stefan's 1-1-3. They've lost Annihilator's 5A. In return, Utopia have only lost Never Carry in a mouse. The fight is still continuing as Shapanic and his Fosh drops negative. And this push here from GoHard has fell flat on its face.
Yeah, this push from GoHard is over. I mean, they tried to surprise the side of Utopia. The difference being is there's a T57 and a mouse under the hill. They did a lot of damage on the crossing. Bihu was there as well. Muka was there, and Shapanic was there at one point. And then Shuku from the side as well. Yeah, unless they like instantly remove the mouse, it just doesn't work. Because even when the mouse dies, he pretty much makes a shield for Papa Pavian, who then just peeks out and does the second clip.
Also as well, when they made that charge, Steroids landed a fantastic shot into the middle of them that stunned the crews, and that immediately drops everyone to 50%.
It's not over yet, though. Like, not forgetting about that.
Oh, yeah,
it's not over yet.
4 on 3. It's 4. Oh,
no, it's
4 on 3 effectively without the
technically it's 4 on 3. Yeah. If Zafar now sneaks down 1-2 line, for example, or sneaks up on the hill, sneaks up anywhere actually, I don't know why he's going back. I think 1-2 line is like the best option for him. Nowhere else he's going to find an opening. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Steroids, nice splash there into Kaizu. Immediately using his med pack, immediately using his repair pack to get back into the swing of things. He did have a dead loader there.
I wonder if Zafar is going to try and climb 0 line.
Maybe. It's a bold strategy, Daki. Let's see if it pays off.
It looks like it, at least. That's why he came back from 1-2 line. He's going to have to make this work.
Yeah, because they're not facing that way.
Kaizu needs to make sure to cover Coca Collapse very well.
Shoku trading with Kaizu here. Kaizu taking a big hit to the face.
Shapanek's pushing up though.
Zafarchik is making the climb. He is up on the hill just now. Nobody sees him. Nobody has vision of him. And this could actually turn things around if Zafarchik can get up here. But the thing is if they can drop Coca-Cola, Shapanik is going to get him. Shoku gets a kill on him. Now if they can just push into Kaizu, Zafarchik being up in this area, well, they can just back off and leave him.
And the thing is though, Kaizu can actually make a lot of kills here really quickly in that TVP if it comes down to it. Too bad he was on reload when it happened. Nice shot there from Zafar onto Shuku. Knocks out his engine. Does not have a repair kit available right now. But Biku is going to be pushing the hill as well. And Zafar better be in position to deal with it. He spots him out though. That's really important.
Zafar's going to get shot over into Biku. It doesn't connect. And this is what I'm saying. Utopia. Oh, nice connection back there. 5-3-8 into Zafar's face. I'm saying Utopia can just start pulling back over into the 1-2-3-4 line. Kaizu takes damage coming down the hill there. Nobody actually getting a shot into him. Tracks himself. Got to be careful not to drive through the cap circle there. Would it let everyone know where he was?
Yeah, but he took a full shot of damage for that, and that was not worth it whatsoever. I mean, he can maybe get the RD though at the very least.
Shotgun to the face, I think.
Depends if Papa Pavin finds him or not before.
Spotted. Papa Pavin sees him. Papa Pavin connects with the shot. Papa Pavin connects with the second shot. And well, it's all just a far check up on his hill with a wing and a prayer.
Yeah, I mean, the timing a little bit, timing actually really good for Utopia, actually. When they pushed Coca-Cola with Japanek, Kaizu was like in the middle of his reload, so they managed to kill him before. If they mistimed that, if Kaizu was reloaded, Japanek would have just melted away.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola would have stayed alive, and Zafar would have the hill, and they would win the game straight, right then and there.
Oh, nice snapshot there from Bihu in E4, killing Zafarchik. And there we go, Utopia taking the first round. Nice, strong push there from GoHard, but I mean, Utopia were just well received, well positioned to receive it.
Yeah, they had all the tanks pretty much. They had 3 tanks in the base and 2 under the hill and 1 on the side, so everything was kind of focused on that, but also covering 1-2 line.
That's actually twice GoHard have done that tactic now, and it's not worked out for them.
It depends on the amount of shots you can hit. Nice damage there from Kaizu, 4K. I mean, if he doesn't take 366 on the crossing, he actually survives that, by the way. That's the thing. I think Zafar could have done a little bit better as well in the... Steroid did 4,500 assisted damage on tanks that were stunned.
Papa Pavin doing almost 4K there. 2 kills as well.
Miles gave him a perfect shield, though.
My boy, in my fantasy team.
Miles gave him a perfect shield, for that matter.
Yep.
But yeah, Zafar, for one, when he shot Bihu, should have aimed a little bit better. So small kind of things. I also think, I don't know, I think he failed the climb in the beginning. Because why else would you bring a Borsig? If you push down like that, he must have been climbing. We weren't paying attention to it, obviously, because we were watching the fight.
Maybe he failed it because we were just watching the climb.
He must have failed
it.
If he made it on the first time, he could actually make a big difference in that fight as well. I guess he failed it and then did it later, which lost him a lot of time, for example. He would have been able to cover Coca-Cola. He would have also been able to spot Chapana going for Coca-Cola. So small stuff there for the side of GoHard, but good hold nonetheless from Utopia.
Yep, nicely done. Held their nerve, held their gun lines and focus shots. It was exactly what they needed to do. I mean, those tanks from GoHard, those 4 tanks just took an absolute pounding in that area.
It was good shielding from GoHard, though, to try and keep everybody to survive for as long as possible.
They survived for a long time. That connection from Steroids as well, that arty stun would have really annoyed them into that area. Teams are going to swap sides now, so we're going to see GoHard on the defense. We're going to see Utopia on the attack. Could be interesting to see what the teams bring here. Very mobile lineup here from GoHard on the defense. That to me, Daki, looks like they want to try and go for the hill.
Yeah, but just look at the lineup from the side of Utopia. They have a Gorilla, and they also have an M48 Patton on
attack.
On attack. So that's curious. The Patton, where are they going to put him? What are they going to do with him exactly? We'll have to find out. He's going for the middle. He might play the Cubby though at D4. And the Gorilla can give a big shot on anybody driving on the hill, for example, 750 Alpha on the side. I guess that's why Negative and Phil are just flanking around. And Patton is going for the Cubby.
Steroid's going to go up into Cubby, never carrying Beaker, going to push into the hill. Muka is already up there in the Rhine Panzer. Now Annihilator, Stefan, Zafarchik, Arrow spotted. Annihilator takes a shot immediately, gets himself tracked. Repairs that, carries on. Stefan Annihilator going to stop. Here's the fire. Might want to carry on up the hill, but he's going to expose himself to fire. Steroid's getting some great shots.
He's
gets
using that little hill.
Kaizu, Annihilator taking more shots as he trades in here with Sapanik. Now look at this, Muka. Oh, Negative and Failware came around the back. This is a great pincer movement here. They've dropped Shapanik already. They're going to try and focus into Never Carry. And this is a great move here from GoHard. They've wrapped around the back charts, around the back, Daki.
They have to continue pushing. Coca-Cola has to push Sturos off that little hill as well. They have to continue now. They can't stop anymore because they have the momentum. 2 tanks down. They just have to divide forward.
Divide. Full on YOLO right now. Utopia have lost an IS-7 and they've lost a 113. GoHard still have all their tanks available to them. They have taken a fair bit of damage though. What can Utopia do to come back and do this? GoHard are the defending team. Let's not take something away here. They have pushed up for massive map control here. Shoku is now getting wrecked for Utopia, and this is a massively strong defensive push from GoHard.
Yeah, the speed seems kind of even, but the positional advantage that GoHard is gaining from this is significant. Shuku is on the hill with only 1 shot, and everybody else, Papapavi and Steroids, Biku, is locked in the lower area. So once they lose Muka, it's game over.
Muka trying to run away around the back. He did drive through the cap circle, which kind of let everyone knew where he was in base 1. These tanks from Utopia, they're in a kind of hold down position here. They're going to fight for as long as they can. Shoku taking even more damage. He's down to 50 HP, but Failware drops Muka. So Utopia have now lost IS-7, a 113, and their Rhine Panzer. In return, GoHard have only lost Annihilator and their 5.8 Negative in their back chat, and they still have a huge amount of HP on Kaizu and their IS-7. There's no coming back from this, really, from Utopia. They're down to 3 tanks now. GoHard have 5 guns available to them. And while Utopia will go down swinging, but that was such an aggressive push there from GoHard.
Yeah, it was a good up and over from GoHard, but bad covering from Muka from the hill, not spotting out those double bat. Yeah, he didn't spot them because they were so quick. He didn't see them coming. If he does, then they can perhaps deal with it if they positioned well. But now Shapanik just instantly died, which leaves Never Carry in an exposed position. And then both Biku and Steroids were forced to drop off. So not spotting that bad shot push around really cost Utopia dearly, because otherwise they could, for example, drop onto them with like the Borsig and one of the heavies, and they could probably win that fight then. If Papa Pavian gives a shot as well, then that fight is won, and they could just focus on the center.
Yep, it's interesting here from GoHard. That's two rush tactics we've seen from them, both in attack or in defense. I mean, that said, at the start of the season is perhaps one of the ways to break minds is just as defenders, rather than sit back and wait for people to come to you, just go hyper aggressive. And GoHard have shown it here. I mean, surely it depends on what the attackers are bringing. Had Utopia been a bit more heavy, this might not work because the fight could have lasted longer. But Kaizu here picking up a double kill, and GoHard, I mean, they have dropped all the tanks from Utopia. Only Steroids left alive here. Sphereware's going to pick him up, perhaps. Just bide his time, really. Oh, takes that one, picks up a triple kill. Nicely done. GoHard still with about 3.6k HP. And they took a hell of a kicking for it, though.
They tried this against Kazna as well. Didn't work out that time.
It, yeah.
So, I mean, Utopia with a bad read almost. I mean, they should really expect those bats coming across behind. Once those bats get their clips out and remove Shipanic from the game, and then Utopia drops one gun and you get rushed by Chinese heavies, and you have a Borsig as well who really doesn't do that well versus them because it's a tier 10 light. Then you're effectively 2 tanks down, and then you have Papa Pavian as well, who's in a gorilla, which can do nice damage, like really nice damage, but he's not in the fight.
I think he only got like 2 shots off, perhaps.
His HP is non-usable HP, because if he goes into the fight, he instantly dies. So that's 1,800 HP that is also not there. So effectively, pretty much 3 guns down in the fight, and then Steroids and Biku are in their position, and they're like, well, I have to drop, or I'm gonna die, and then they just lose complete map control.
Yeah. So yeah, nice, strong, aggressive play there from GoHard. A good counter to what they tried to do first time round. To say like, okay, guys, like we tried one thing, let's try something different here. 1 for 1, kind of expected here on Mines. Ghost Town, another map potentially going to be 1 for 1 trade. It could be quite a long evening between these two teams.
Well, we said it was going to be a close match. We predicted it was going to be a close match, so I don't think these teams are going to disappoint us in that either. Ghost Town between Utopia and GoHard. We've seen Utopia try to attack already. They did some stuff with the mouse on the cap as well. Now the question is if they're going to go with that again, or they're going to try and change it up. We have seen the Northern Cap Rush from Isuba. That's also always an option. It really depends for what Utopia is feeling right now, what they're going to go for. But I expect mouses, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering if GoHard are going to continue this kind of aggressive style of play
Not
all
on the
evening.
defense. Probably not on the defense.
Are they going to just try and force the fight all the time from Utopia?
Okay, maybe they are, because they don't have anybody that can climb. So GoHard has to play aggressive. Utopia coming out with those mouses like we expect them to do, like we predicted them.
Yeah, nobody can go up there. So
yeah, they don't have anybody that can climb. So GoHard is going to go for the aggressive hold. Like they're going to play aggressive to try and block Utopia from getting that cap in the beginning even. Maybe the 50Bs will play on the corner like we've seen before to punish that crossing. That's the only real way that they're going to make this work.
Okay, so let's see how they do this. GoHard, blue side defending. Utopia, red side attacking. They're just going to march slowly into the town. Little formation driving there from the triple mouse of Nevercarry, Shipanic and Shoku. As you can see at the top of the screen here, or in the middle of the screen there, the 2 bat charts are moving out. Now looking at the side here from GoHard, they're starting to approach the northern base.
They're going to try and climb in the 50B.
And they've made a hyper defense.
He's going to try and climb in the 50B.
That is impressive if he can do that.
He's climbing in a 50B. That's the way he's driving right now.
I think he's up. He is?
No, he's not up yet. He is now. Okay, interesting.
Nice.
You learn something new every day.
Nice. Okay, so a 50B can go up there. Who needs a leopard? Well, I guess maybe Fairware if he misses his shots and he's on a reload.
I mean, 50B on range isn't that great either, but, you know, yeah, at least has 4 opportunities, right?
Yeah. 4 shots, 4 opportunities.
We've upgraded from 1 shot, 1 opportunity.
Now Shipanic and Annihilator just facing off there, taking a shot into each other. Kaizu holding here behind Annihilator. Negative backing off. You can see him at C1 on the minimap. Look at this, Daki. This is quite aggressive here from Utopia.
Yeah, they're going to take control over that side of the map. They want to push out, go hard, and they can. The only question is if they will continue pushing across the K line, or this is where they're going to hold. Technically, this is where they should hold. If they're going to continue pushing, GoHard is quite ready for that. They're not exposed whatsoever, and they have at least 3 guns, and when Negative joins, that's 4 guns aiming on that crossing.
Well, this could hurt the first person who's going to peek out. Guns from GoHard are ready for this. I think Utopia are smelling it. They're like, hang on a minute. Negative's over there as well. I mean, anyone who peeks there is going to get wrecked, pure and simple.
They did spot Stefan, and they know Niles there as well. I don't know if they know about Kaizu, but it gives them intel on at least 3 guys. GoHard in the meantime is a forest, letting take control of the eastern side, but they are going for the push.
They're going for it. This is really aggressive. Let's actually listen into the TeamSpeak of Utopia, how they make this move. Well, okay, there's no TeamSpeak coming in right now from Utopia, so let's carry on watching this one, Daki.
Yeah, interesting stuff so far. They're pushing across the K line. They're going for Negative in the T57 right now. Negative is kind of exposed actually in that T57. They managed to get across with a lot of HP, and that T57 will go out of this game instantly.
Negative is going to get dropped on here by Steroids. Papa Pavin, the shot's gone into the back of him as well. Look at the damage getting dropped onto him. 107, he's down to a one-shot. Steroids going to come off, reload, and get that killing shot. Papa Pavin just coming around, protecting his teammate. Stefan taking a lot of damage here for GoHard as well, as his Annihilator coming around. Annihilator now has side-on shots into Shoku. Shoku's now taking damage, so is Biku, and GoHard and Utopia having a good old-fashioned brawl here, Daki.
Yeah, the game's pretty much over for GoHard. They're getting farmed everywhere. Nile now exposing his mouse as well. Stefan left alone. They are going to remove Shoku from the game, and Zafar's pushing in as well, but they would need to take out Never Carry and Shapanik to really change the way the game is going right now.
Papa Pavin and Steroids coming in now to get shots into Annihilator and Stefan. Look at this, Mucka and Biku in front of him as well. Biku is on a reload, but Mucka, Steroids, Papa Pavin, all single shooters. Annihilator just cannot angle against all 3 of those guns. Now Shapanik and Never Carry are going to push away Zafarchik there, and he's 1-1-3. Never Carry takes a shot. Shapanik's going to come off here, and he's going to take a shot into him. Stefan now down to 1 shot as Biku picks him up. Goga collapse, trying to get shots back into the tanks of GoHard, but with only Goga Collapse in his mouse and Failure and his 50B left, it's not going to happen against the 5 tanks left of Utopia.
No, I expected Utopia to get punished much more for that crossing, but they didn't, and then the T57 got isolated, which meant Nile and Stefan got isolated as well, and just domino pieces falling. Not enough damage on the crossing, then you lose Negative, then you lose Nile, you lose Kaizu as well, and Failware from that climb is really nice, but it took a long time for him to rotate with Zafar as well. But then they had to fight against Mouses as well, and those Mouses did a good amount of damage for Utopia.
Failware just getting shot there by Biku. I was going to say, if he can get away and survive, I mean, he could potentially still come back into it, but Biku caught him nicely there. Failware actually getting a multi-kill now, 7 HP. Getting him one shot into Muka before he goes. It's Papa Pavin finally getting the kill, so Failware going down swinging, and I'm pretty sure he did a lot of damage there as well.
Yeah, he tried, but you know, when Negative dies and those 5 A's just continue their push, and then Niles kind of exposed as well. Stefan tries to get out, but he cannot. And because he cannot, Zafar is also left kind of by himself there versus 2 Mouses. Just fell to pieces for GoHard.
Yep, tried so far, but in the end, it didn't really matter.
Who cares when one more light goes out?
Yep. So 3.8 coming in there from Failware. Coca Collapse actually in his mouse doing an absolute
but so did Biku, Papa Pavin, and Muka. I mean, look at them. There's 3 of them there, and there's no GoHard player. I don't really think Negative got to do that much in that game in that T57. I'd be surprised if he.
I know. I think
got 1 clip. That's it.
Yeah, maybe at the start got some shots out, but then he just jumped on him. Single shooters. I mean, if you can get the push right, I mean, Failware actually picking up 4 kills, though, is really nice. Biku picking up 2. I mean, once you catch those autoloaders like that, it's just... I
expect the GoHard to do far more damage on the crossing because they had double autoloader, Stefan, and Nile.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a dead tank normally.
I think perhaps what happened is they pushed, then they went, oh, and then came back and angled or something like that. It was a bit strange. Or maybe they just spread their fire and didn't focus tanks. But Utopia taking the lead once again here, 2-1. Again, we do say Ghost Town can be a 1-1 map, so high chance that GoHard can come back into this and bring it back to 2-2. If it does go to 3-1...
Yeah, 3-1 would be
so
disastrous for them, honestly. I don't think they can recover from that, so they need to pick up this round on attack. It will be hard for them, but we'll see if they can do it. Utopia used to play with those double type 5s, but I mean, it got shot down rather quickly once you saw that push from 2 lanes come in. So I wonder if they're going to go with this again, or they're going to choose for something else this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting. This is the second time we've seen Sand River this evening. We saw it in the first match earlier on today. And both times we've seen fights happen, you know, on that right-hand side of the map. We don't normally see it. We normally see teams going for the cap or fighting in the centre. So it's interesting to see how the teams are kind of rotating around each other.
Double 5A. They can go for the northern cap if they want to, because they have the lineup for it to kind of pull it off. That's the question. If this lineup can do either thing. You saw what Utopia did with a quick mobile lineup as well. They went K-line. So just curious to see if GoHard is actually going to risk it by playing that northern cap or not. Doesn't look like it, because otherwise they'd be driving in a pack of 3.
Yeah. Utopia on the defense, they don't have the climber, although Biku could do it on the 50B if he wanted to. He is over there on his own, and Utopia kind of sticking together all at the north of the map. GoHard spreading out quite a bit here.
Yeah, it looks like Utopia is going to go aggressive, actually.
Looks like they're going super aggressive to cover the cap. But GoHard are not going for that. GoHard are just kind of hanging their tanks back.
They're just covering the crossing, but there's nobody for GoHard going for that. They're playing a split attack themselves for now, so this question, no, Utopia's going to keep pushing there. Look, they're still going. Zafar got the spot out.
Bold Zafar spots to the mouse, and look at this, Steroids getting pummeled for making that crossing there. And this is not a great start for Utopia. They've bled a lot of HP and they haven't done a lot in return. GoHard can start rotating back round. Actually, just having a quick look at GoHard, Daki, Carry Barry is in the lineup for GoHard as well this time.
Yeah, but it looks like Utopia is still going to continue pushing. So, I mean, we have to see how GoHard is going to deal with this one.
So, Annihilator sitting here on the corner, Carry Barry sitting back, and well, Utopia are just playing into GoHard. Utopia might be going a bit too aggressive here, I think.
Yeah, but they're still trading even for now. I mean, they have taken an aggressive hold over the northern side of the map. Question is how they're going to play from this on. It's going to be hard because Zafar is in that zero line position still, and they have to trade with Mouses, and they could get peaked at any given moment by negative as well. Biku's now coming as well in his 50B, gets across Barry just on time. Question is if Stefan can actually get an opening into this game.
Now, Utopia, hyper-aggressive Stefan sneaking round the back. Nobody has spotted him. He can set himself up in a good position to start clipping out into something. Carry Barry is getting shot at now here from Biku. Shapanic coming over to support him as well. Now Stefan is spotted into the back of Never Carry. Watch Never Carry's HP drop as Stefan gets shots into him. Shoku taking some damage as well. Can Never Carry angle himself to protect from Stefan? No, he can't. Just look at that HP dropping right now. Stefan is clipping out into Never Carry. That's free damage for him right now. Never Carry down to 502 health. Stefan's going to back off and say thank you very much for that.
Yeah, that's a good stuff from Stefan. And, I mean, the question is, can GoHard actually close this out? They have started to take an HP lead. The question is how they want to do it.
Yeah, let's actually find out how GoHard are planning to do this by listening into their team speak.
Or you can pick him. He shot.
Yeah, I'm going.
UTP -2 now, yes?
Yes, -2.
Can we push this guy? You can control this guy, Nega, yeah?
Не, я не умру.
-3,
Yeah,
50.
so I'm gonna push him as well.
Я не могу стрелять.
I'm behind it.
Bihu KD.
Now same here.
Second mouse.
You say he shot, Barry?
I can shoot
Yeah,
shot one
yeah.
time.
For 3 seconds. we're good.
I will just go from left.
Yeah, I'm falling back. I'm safe from him.
He'll shoot me once
Easy
more.
push,
Maybe
easy
just
push.
get him there.
I will push
Stay
VC.
there.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
a
We
peek.
can just get.
Не, ты можешь тоже на левую сторону сюда перекс помочь?
Да, я беру.
I will control the second mouse, go to push.
Muka shot.
We'll help
Barry.
with the 50B.
Be careful, if you can.
I will finish Shoku, I will finish Shoku.
Oh,
Just
Hyro.
double Z can actually run. No, I will kill, I will kill
Barry,
the
I'm
one
going with you.
I will kill the one BZ.
50B's not looking this way. They doesn't matter.
No, just stay alone.
Call any damn
Just double
Be
Z.
I'll
minus
push it.
two,
I'll
be
push
minus
Muka.
two.
I'll push Muka.
What
I'll
about
push
50B?
him.
Minus 250B? Double Z
Yes,
run
man.
then.
Well, that team speak, Daki, sounds very much like the GoHard we expected from the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good round for them. They shut down the aggression from Utopia. They were sitting back in the beginning, and it worked out for them really well since Utopia was going aggressive, and they got the punishment. And then Stefan really delivered some devastating blows from behind as well.
Picking up a triple kill there as he drops Pavin at the end. Failware also on the double kill, so kind of like consistent damage dealers all the time from GoHard stepping up again. We've said it before, he pointed out Failware is just like Mr. Cam collected. You always see him just doing damage, pure and simple.
And good stuff from GoHard. I mean, Utopia kind of played into what GoHard was doing by sitting back so far. GoHard didn't have the hardest game of their life. They got the initial damage and then did the right rotations. Barry,
Carries.
I wouldn't call that a carry. More like average.
Fed Barry.
Hmm.
Top 5 players, I'll call top 4 coming in from GoHard.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do all the punishment there. I mean, they had the Utopia peaked against them, and they were holding the angle with Mouses. And then Stefan, in a game like this, when
Full clip into
he has no
Beautiful.
competition. That's the thing. I mean, he's playing the only bad shot, so he's kind of free to roam around the map, and then you expect a bat like that to do damage, which is what he did, which is also what he has to do because nobody can control him. He's quicker than anything else on the battlefield. He has a whole map to work with, and he just picked his target and went for it, and it was never carry. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. Got it kind of like taken out quite easily. So 2 for 2, we're 2 maps down. Kind of expected result between these two teams so far. Now the next map, Prokhorovka, is potentially where a team can take a 2-0.
Yeah, but between these two, I don't know.
And it's going to be
I
one
don't
for
know.
one again.
Yeah, I believe so, actually.
It's going to be 1 for 1 again unless somebody makes a major boo-boo. Major boo-boo. Basically.
I don't know. We'll see about it between these two. I expect Utopia likes to play with those STRVs on defense, but they're attacking first, so I expect them to come out with a lot of 5As, like we've seen before.
Take the object sometimes, don't they, as well? Do they not?
Hmm?
Do Utopia not sometimes take the object TD?
263?
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Can't remember. Some team always takes the object on Prokhorovka. We used to see double grills getting used. I remember Krasnokru using that quite a few times as well. Nix is doing some
Yeah, I expect
incredible
both these
damage
teams to
on
just
it.
come out with a lot of 5As on Utopia's attack and goal.
5 A's, 2 bat chats.
No, I wouldn't say that much. There's always like an I7 in the mix. If it happens. I mean, it's either that or you go for the split defense, which is very hard to pull off because of the vulnerability it has against a very high Chinese lineup that you can get pushed. You don't get the connections, it's game over. Oh, look. There's an I7 in the mix.
Well predicted, Daki.
Thanks, man.
Well predicted. It's almost like you know the game better than I do.
Almost.
Well, how are they going to do this one? Utopia GoHard currently sitting at 2-2. Utopia sitting second in the league right now. GoHard sitting 5th in the league on 11 points. Utopia on 17 points. I mean, it'll be a decent win for GoHard if they can do so. It would put them actually all the way up into 3rd place above Krasnokru.
Yeah, they really want this win. Either team wants the full 3 points. Zafar doing the T100 stuff we saw before. He spots out most of the 5As. They might catch Shuku in the beginning, though, because there's double bot to go in there as well. Shuku needs to be super careful.
Shoku actually is going to rotate around the other side of Zafarchik. Almost hit him. He gets shot. Shoku carries on. Now he's going to get shot out. Now he's going to get wrecked for that. Shoku just overextending. Kaizu picking up the kill. And Shoku, that was just crazy bold. Now look at this. Utopia in return are just going full YOLO over the middle line. Steroid's taking a lot of damage as well. And Daki, this push looks a bit suicidal
They
right
might
now.
find Coca Collapso in the IS-7, who's still across the rails. If they can kill him quickly, they could have even out the game that way, but they need to find that IS-7.
And there's been a substitution as well for Utopia as we see Vilki coming into the lineup. Panic though, taking a lot of damage in Utopia. They're trying to rush up into where Coca-Cola is, getting shots into him. Steroids and Vilki go try and focus him down. Coca-Cola is going to try and angle himself. Now Zafarchik for GoHard is also taking damage in a T100 light, but Biku is getting dropped in an instant there for Utopia. Utopia have now lost both of their bat chats. And this fight is not going well at all for them.
No, this fight is pretty much over for the side of Utopia unless some major mistakes happen from GoHard, because Zafar managed to kill that Bihu with the help of his teammates. Now has complete control over the forest, and him and Phil are going to be flanking around. And it's only 5As and IS-7 left for the side of Utopia, who can't move anywhere. So it is pretty much dead.
Failware and Zafarchik having great crossfire shots here, able to pick the shots into tanks like Muka or Vilki once Failware comes off a reload, and there goes the shots from Failware going over into Vilki. Vilki's having to get forced. Does he go into Stefan, or does he stay there and get shot in the back? Now meanwhile for GoHard, Annihilator's taking a lot of damage, but he still survives. Zafar gets the killing blow on Vilki. Negative Kaizu and Annihilator kind of circling around here trying to work out which direction they want to go. They just need to pick somewhere and go for it, because Utopia are absolutely hemorrhaging HP right now. Steroids and Papa Pavin almost down to 1 shot. Oh, Steroids 2 shot, Papa Pavin 1 shot, Shapanic 1 shot, Muka 1 shot. This is all but over right here. A strong push from GoHard will finish it off. And yeah, that is absolutely devastating here for Utopia in this first round.
This is game over for Utopia. Once Shuku died, Utopia tried to even it out by killing Coca Collapse, but then GoHard got another advantage by killing Biku. If Biku survives, maybe, but even then it's a T100 and a bat shot on that side of the map, so even if Biku doesn't die to those Chinese heavies.
So quick as well.
I mean, even if he doesn't die to those 5As, he gets chased down by a T100 and a
Yeah.
bat. It's the same result. End of the day, Bihu would die, and GoHard would get control over the western side of the map and shoot those 5As in the back.
And they lost Shoku for free pretty much as well.
Yeah,
at
once
the
they lost
start.
Shoku, it's pretty much game over.
Stefan doing a huge amount of damage there, nice to see. Annihilator coming second top, 1 damage as well, doing a good amount of damage blocked as well. So good to see different players coming up there for GoHard. Again, Mr. Dependable Failware there in the top 5. Zafarchik actually in the T100 light coming in there 5th damage.
Yeah, he actually got a few decent shots. I mean, he got Shuku in the beginning, he gave him 1 or 2 at least, and then he went to the western side and managed to shoot it into the back. That's the one time the T100 does work, when your opponent's not looking at you.
Yeah.
That's about the only time it works.
It's a T100. Good hunter-killer tank. Yeah.
You want the acknowledgement?
No.
Yes. Great, Ryan.
Awesome. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Your
Thank
movie references on point, mate.
On point.
Nobody does movie references like you do. The
You do
greatest.
better. You do better musical references than I could ever do.
That is true.
That is true. I can't drop as many Taylor Swift references as you can.
Well, guess you got to shake it up, mate.
Now, Prokhorovka round 2. I was setting him up. You just knocked him down. It's brilliant.
You look like a blank space right there.
Round 2 here. Utopia are now going to be on the defense. It's going to be GoHard on the attack.
Look what you made me do, Ryan.
Expect more aggression here. See, the best thing is I don't even know when you're dropping references because I only know when Taylor Swift's going. So you can say anything and just smile. I'll be like, oh, he did another one.
No, that was another one.
Right, now, I think we're going to get more aggression here from GoHard. I think GoHard are going to be like, okay, we've got a little bit of momentum. This is the first time GoHard now have taken the lead in this match.
Utopia will fall back onto the STRVs. Or not.
Or not. There's a 263. Okay.
So they decided not to fall back onto
Triple
the 263s.
IS7 on
Yeah,
defense.
IS7 has a big mean turret for that middle engagement. The thing is, though, that middle engagement,
If they get flanked.
no, he can't always play on turret. You're always going to be exposing a little bit of hole no matter what happens. So there's that. I just want to see what happens because GoHard is not going for the middle. They're going for 1-2 line. And if Utopia smells this out, it is trouble. Big, big trouble.
Papa Powen just being pushed along there by Bichu. GoHard setting themselves up to go up the 1-2 line, and Utopia setting themselves up to be ready for it. So we could have a hell of a nice brawl down this 1-2 line, Daki.
Yeah, but Papa Pavian could be in trouble if it happens like this because there's 6 GoHard tanks rushing 1-2 line,
my
and there's only
God.
3 from Utopia.
Papa Palvin, no, my fantasy points. Why do this?
Utopia needs to instantly push Koga Collapse when they spot this, and then Bichu and Muka need to survive because Papa Pavin's dead.
Ah, Papa Powen is spotted. Now GoHard are going to kind of stop and shoot. Papa Powen, Lone Ranger going for it. But look at this, actually. The damage is going back here into GoHard. This is absolutely savage right now, Daki. Utopia taking a lot of damage here. Papa Powen down to 1 shot, 55 HP. Papa Powen is dropped, so Utopia have lost an IS7 here.
I don't even know why GoHard decided to stop. They've bled so much HP because of that. The only play they had at that moment in time is to push forward. Stefan's down, the rest of the team probably soon to follow as Utopia has a nice 4K lead. They're pushing on to Vilki, but they're falling like flies.
Well done, GoHard. You dropped an IS7, but you've also dropped your HP in return for it. Now they're going to try and surround the Vilki and drop him, so that will be another IS7. But in return, GoHard have lost 5A, they've lost a 5A, they've lost Coca-Collapse and their IS7. Now Utopia can just turn and focus on to the next tank, although Utopia have to be careful not to lose damage in Failware, and sorry, Steroids, but Steroids drops Failware. Muka drops Annihilator, and GoHard have been counterpunched here by Utopia, and it's been a bit of a knockout, Daki.
Yeah, the round was pretty much 1 round KO, 10-second fight. All of the GoHard tanks deciding to stop to shoot at Papa Pavian. Cute. Probably should have kept going at least, because now everybody from Utopia was like, oh, you're standing still. That's very nice of you. Let me just shoot you.
Nice, easy targets for us.
I'm guessing they were just all around the corner. Lucky guys.
It's going to be a prolonged fight. Bichu just finishing off Kaizu here.
Yeah.
Kaizu trying to get a bit more damage before he goes, try and get his fantasy points standing a bit higher. But Shupanik with the killing blow, picks up a double kill. And well, that was a perfect counter to what just happened in the previous round. It's like, okay, you're going to smack us, we're going to smack you back.
Quick rounds from Prokhorovka on both sides. Close match, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we expected it. Like I said before, we could have the potential 3 tiebreakers.
I like how Utopia's play actually completely counterplayed what GoHard was
brilliant,
doing.
yeah. I mean, it was just like, okay, here's the idea. We're going to send you down on your
We're
own,
gonna
Papa
send Papa
Pawen,
Pawen.
and we're going to support you. And he's like, okay, guys,
You know
looks
what they
over his
said?
shoulder, and nobody's behind him.
You know what they said? Papa Pavin, remember what you did on Murovanka against Oops and your IS7? Do it again, but this time we'll support you.
Yeah. They're just like, keep going, we're right here, keep. Okay, he's taking the bait.
You can't really stop at that point anymore. You've already committed 6 tanks down 1-2. You just keep pushing. If it doesn't work, it does.
Bichu, damage farm there.
I mean,
time.
at that point, like, you have 6 tanks down 1-2 line, you're shooting at one guy, you have to keep pushing.
Just-
Otherwise,
yeah, just stop.
it's
Just-
game,
just
it's
shoot
game
him on the
over
move.
otherwise, because you just get shot on the side of the turret. They are going to get those connections at one point. You just got to go for it. If it works, nice. If it doesn't, well, at least we tried.
Yeah. And so many times I've seen teams try and go up that 1-2 line, and so many times it's not happened at all in their favor.
Well, the Stefan 1-2 line push brought it over from Kazna. He's
Don't
like,
worry, guys.
he
It'll work this time.
He
Trust me.
came into GoHard TeamSpeak. I was like, I have a revolutionary idea. of how to attack 1-2 line of Prokorovka. And they're like, Stefan, no. And he's like, honestly, this one's going to work.
It's gonna work.
And
No
this
one's going to
one's-
see it coming.
We'll just make sure we have enough tanks if they're around the corner.
Stefan, there's an IS-7. What do we do? Stop and shoot. Oh, no, no. Maybe it wasn't going to... We're just joking here. Obviously, we don't know that was the call from Stefan. But going into Sand River here, Dake, it's going to be interesting to see if any team can actually win it now, you know? Or is it going to be back for another 1-1?
I don't know. We'll see. The attacking lineup for GoHard does say northern push. At least it says north. Utopia does not have a pattern.
No
it also
pattern either
says
side.
north aggressive. So these teams are going to clash again. At least that's what it looks like.
It's just going to go for it head-to-head from the very start. Both of our predictions are still on right now, Dake, I do believe, at 3-3. It's just a case of which team's going to take this first round. Failware pushing along the Zafarchik so he can maintain the speed. Going to go right into the boulder.
And okay, it's south push. But it's south push from both the teams. Okay, I know nothing anymore, Jon Snow.
You know, nothing.
Well, both teams are defending aggressively south. They've left Shuku by himself north. And GoHard is effectively going to be surrounded
GoHard's
after
spotted immediately, yeah.
5 seconds. They're
Mucka-
surrounded after 35 seconds.
Muck has been able to go across and get the spots and not take any damage in return. Shapanik is the first one to actually take damage for Utopia. Mucka is dodging shots very luckily there, just missed one from Stefan, but he's given his team all the information they need, and now everyone from Utopia is like, oh, okay, GoHard's down at this side of the map.
GoHard's definitely in the advantage right now. Stefan needs to be careful not to get pushed on though, because he's kind of isolated in that area of the map. But Coca Collapse has a crucial position. He needs to stay alive. Muka even lucky to survive on that HP because Stefan had a critical hit on towards him. I think Shuku, there's no need anymore for him over there.
Looks like he is about
The thing
to
is right
move.
now, if GoHard just groups up K-Line with those guys they have there and just
Pushes
pushes
the
it,
three down the bottom.
it's game over. Like, it is game over in that case because they have heavies versus bad shots and they're just going to kill them.
Steroids get spotted by negative. Biku is reloading in his bat chat. Papa Pavin is also reloading in his bat chat in that bottom corner. Now Vilki and Shapanik here in the middle are just kind of keeping Stefan under lock and key. Proxy spotting each other there, Shapanik and Stefan. Stefan just bouncing a shot on the front armor there from Annihilator at range. He's going to back off a little bit now and get himself safe. And look at this from Failware, negative. Setting up position. I mean, it's slow at the moment here, Daki. I mean,
I just don't understand what GoHard is doing sometimes where they're not making the counterplay on the K-line. They had 5 tanks over there. Utopia had a max of 5 as well. No heavies. They would have been able to clean it up quite easily, at least in my opinion. But now they're playing some split tactic again. They're pushing Zafar into the middle for some reason, even though he won't find anything from there. And they're wasting time. They're genuinely wasting time. They cannot return towards the A-line because that's complete control over Utopia's side. They would bleed too much HP. They don't know where the rest of the batchets are now. I mean, the worst GoHard could have had here, Utopia could have had here was 4 batchets and a T100. A T100 on half HP. So, like, it just confuses me a little bit. Like, there's no need for what they're doing now. Zafar could have stayed where he was and he would have been perfectly fine. They don't really need to rotate. The only thing that can go wrong with rotating is that Utopia rotates at the same time, rotates just as well, and shuts it down. That's the thing. I mean, Muka will give an early spot, and then what does GoHard do?
yeah, I mean, from what seemed like an aggressive push at the start from GoHard, they've just kind of, in a way, it's like the GoHard we see sometimes where they start to go for a tactic, they stop, and then they don't quite seem to know what they want to do next. Like right now, I imagine their team speak is them just constantly talking about different options and not actually agreeing on a specific one on what to do.
Yeah, Muka is clearing out A-line right now, and I honestly don't know what they're waiting for from GoHard. It's weird. It's very weird.
It's like they're playing the defensive team. Like, oh, just run the clock down. Nice connection there into Shapanik from Zafarchik there as he peeked over. Vilki bouncing a shot there from Annihilator. But nothing else is happening here from GoHard. Now, GoHard are the attacking team. They have roughly about 6 minutes to try and make a play here. And it looks like Daki might be trying to make a play up the A and the 1-2 line here.
Doesn't matter, because Muka will spot them out well ahead of time and will just run away. I don't even know if they'll see Muka. Muka will spot them, and then they can pull 1 Bacha back to support. Shuku's already on the top. He'll give them 5 shots on the crossing. Vielki needs to stop trading here. But now Muka already spots out Failware, goes safe, Kaizu's spotted as well. That's all the info Utopia needs. Now they can pull back 1 Batshot if they feel like it, or they can just sit there as well because GoHard knows they can't push that anymore. This is GoHard is just wasting time right now to go into a decision probably at one point. And now
Yes.
they're giving Utopia the
Yeah.
edge because the Utopia is pushing K-Line.
Utopia, Papa Pavan, and Steroids leading the charge here. They're going to take advantage now and use the dunes to protect them as they start pushing out here. Steroids, Papa Pau, and Bihu over there with him as well. Shoku's now came down from that area he was up at B8 area. And Utopia are going to say, like, okay, well, you guys are going to sit back here. We're going to start looking for a fight because, well, we have the map advantage and we have the time advantage.
GoHard's going to try and push the middle, but it will take so long for Nile and Negative to get there. Nile will probably... Whoa, Amorak! That was an Amorak.
Zafarchik getting the kill on Shupanik. Zafarchik taking a lot of damage in return for that, though he is tracked. He gets a little bit of damage tracked, gets that back in return, gets safe. But Shupanik in a 5A dropped already. He had taken some hits already, so it wasn't a full health Amorak. Coca-Collapse now bleeding HP for GoHard. Zafarchik continued to take shots at the moment. GoHard are looking for the fight. They actually are doing a decent trade right now, Daki. They're actually ahead of Utopia for HP and tanks now.
Yeah, it's because they lost Shapanik so quickly, really, that middle fight was almost lost for them. The rotation from GoHard was correct, though. But I don't know if he got Amorak or not. That's the only question I have right now.
Now, Utopia have lost 2 5As. GoHard still have all 7 guns in the game. Zafarchik is hanging in there on 92 HP. The
No, he did
push
get ammo
from Utopia has been, well, stopped dead in its track by GoHard, who just kind of pushed around the top of the map, and now they have complete control of the map. Failware is capping. No one's going to come near him for a reset. Shoku's trying to chase out Stefan here. Stefan's trying to chase Mucka. Can he get a shot? Nope, Stefan misses. Shot coming out there from Papa Pau and doesn't connect. Stefan's going to drive right into Shoku. Shoku should be able to get this kill, although Stefan's just going to drive around him, and this is, well, you just try to turn the turret. It's not always going to work that way. Mucka's going to come in here to help Shoku. Utopia might be able to survive here, but they still need some way to be able to get up and reset Failware right now. That's the danger. That's the problem that they have.
Yeah, they can't get to Failware anymore. I didn't really like the reaction from Utopia pushing K-Line. There was no need for it. It was a little bit overeager even.
Yeah, a bit over-aggressive.
Yeah, it was a little bit overeager. They were sitting in a fine position, but they decided to go for it, and it's cost them dearly. That's the least we can say.
Yeah, because, I mean, the minute they did that, they just pushed around the top, and Utopia had nothing covering the top side. So, okay, you go aggressive down the south of the map, but you're leaving then the top base and the whole top area of the map completely wide open for GoHard to move into. Then they can start getting crossfire shots into your 2 5As in the middle of the map, which is exactly what happened. Shapanik and Vilki got dropped.
Yeah, even if Shapanik didn't get Amorak, it wouldn't change much because there was too many bad shots out of the fight, at least 3 of them, where GoHard didn't have that many. I just feel like the counterplay from Utopia was overeager. There was no need for it. They weren't even pressured just yet. There's 2 bad shots in the north, which was Kaiser and Failware, who didn't commit onto anything. They were just sitting there, and all they had to do was maybe rotate 1 bad shot, and Muka could spot them leaving. So, I don't know.
Yep, so Failware there, Cap solo on his own, Kaiser coming in to join him at the end. GoHard now taking the lead back 4-3. Your prediction's on, my prediction is off. Now GoHard on match point.
Yeah, I still stand by that. Counterplay from Utopia was very, very eager. They were fine in the position they were currently sitting. Their 5As weren't taking that much damage. They were trading evenly. Muka had control of the north with Shuku. So if it was only 2 batches that spotted that were there, Muka would have spotted them crossing. They would have done a lot of damage, removed 1 from the game pretty much instantly. So pushing K-Line, it gave GoHard an opening, the one they were looking for, I guess, in reality, to push the middle.
Yeah.
But I still stand by. They could have pushed K-Line in the first 3 minutes of the game with the 2 heavies up front, and they would probably win that game.
So now teams are going to swap sides. Utopia are going to be on attack. GoHard are going to be in the defense. I don't see anything aggressive from GoHard at all. I think GoHard are just going to sit back and say, come to us. We're on match point. We don't have to play anything risky.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends. We'll see. I mean, so far this match has kind of shown that both these teams are very willing to go aggressive.
Yes,
So,
yes, for sure. It's like old school rage quit tactics.
Yes, I don't know if they're just going to sit defensive. I mean, the best defense is always an offense, you know?
True, but sometimes it's better just to sit back and let your attacker make the moves and make the mistakes.
I mean, at least if you're surrounded, you can fire in every single direction.
True, that's good. You just pick a direction and go for it. It usually works. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Is this going to be Utopia suffering their 2nd defeat in a row?
Oh, they haven't lost yet.
Oh, I said, could it be?
They haven't lost yet.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Sheningus.
Oh, don't wake him up.
So, Utopia on the attack with 7 bad shots.
Whoa, hello.
Interesting.
What the okay. 7. Okay. Okay. Talk us through this one then, Daki.
7 bad shots. Lots of shots. 35 to be exact.
Is this going to be a hyper aggressive?
No, it's not.
There's
It's,
going to split.
it's
Okay.
control
Is
of
it
the
control?
style. They want to control everywhere and anything at the same time with the bad shots. I guess that's the plan at least, to make sure they have everything covered and then start the cap somehow as well. They just want to control everything.
You just have to be careful that somebody doesn't get spotted and gets wrecked at the very start for it.
It's very hard to pull this off because there's a lot of reload management, a lot of shot management. You need to connect those shots when the play does finally happen from GoHard to, for example, reset. Or if Utopia has to push in, then it's also about shell management and getting those connections and making sure that those blasts actually are effective. That is the biggest issue, because as soon as one of them doesn't really connect, it's already starting to be an issue. If the second one doesn't connect, then well, this game over.
I mean, this is effectively an all-in tactic as well.
What it does do is GoHard's kind of afraid to go anywhere now because of
Anyone gets
7
caught
bats.
out and multiple shots come into him, yeah.
Yeah, Negative is in an interesting position in the little city, though. I'm kind of curious where he's sitting.
He seems to be
Might just be behind a house to
sitting
wait
just
for,
behind a house or behind a wall.
waiting to peek out for to spot the cap or something.
Now, looking at the viewpoint here of Shoku, the score right now is currently 4-3 for GoHard. We do play a best-of-9 format, so that means it's the team that gets the first 5 wins. So GoHard are sitting on match point. If Utopia, however, win the next match point, then we go into tiebreaker, and that map is going to be Muravanka. Whoever wins that map then wins the match. Or GoHard could just win this match, or win this map, sorry, and win the match.
I mean, they could. They could. Question is going to be, when they start the cap, what is GoHard's plan to deal with it? There's a lot of spread here for Utopia. There's a lot of different angles. There's a lot of damage that can be done in a short amount of time as well. The question is if they actually really want to cap or not, because like so far, like you're going to see 3 bad shots waiting here: Bihu, Fielki, and Steroids, and then the rotation coming out from Papa Pavin, unless he's going to go on F1. He might go on F1. No, he's not going on F1, so he's going towards Shapanek. Shuku's still in the middle. I wonder what Papa Pavin is going to be up to.
So Utopia starting this match with a full 1000 HP less. Coca-Cola apps taking a couple of shots there. One from Muka, one from... Who else is on? Biku on a reload. Yeah, so Utopia starting to bring that HP deficit back into their favour already.
Yeah, they're going to take control over G0. They're going to be happy that they have that. Coco Collapse is in a little bit of trouble here, but he'll be fine for now. Steroids has taken that area. That gives them a lot of extra spotting, a lot of extra angles even to shoot down and towards the middle. So good stuff from Utopia. Ooh, Coco Collapse.
Everywhere he tries to move right now, there is a Utopia gun facing him. He's now dropped off into the back area where he should be safe for a relatively short period of time, but he is kind of boxed in now. Kaizu is rushing up now to be beside Fairware, it looks like. No, Zafarchik. Now, Shoku is proxying Zafarchik, but he doesn't know that Kaizu is there. Zafarchik's shot and hasn't connected with anyone. You can see his reload timer there at the top right of the screen.
For GoHard, right now is just hold on for dear life. That's it. Hold on for dear life. And hope that they can survive.
Negative was spotted there. Shoku's going to try and get some shots out of the thing. Now Shoku has
Cap's
to be
gonna
careful.
start.
What happens if Shoku clips out here? Are they going to try?
No, they
couldn't
can't push
over
him.
No.
No, there's too many crossfire. The cap will start now, and Utopia has a lot of control with these tanks over here. Shapanek, Shuku, Muka, and Papa Pavin. They have a deadly crossfire almost.
Slide in Vilke. Now, how good are GoHard with their blind fire shots? As Kaizu takes one in the face for peeking out there in his IS-7. Who's going to be the one to go into reset? At what point do GoHard say, like, send somebody in? Kaizu taking another shot there. There's going to be a lot of shot counting here going for GoHard.
Yeah, but they're starting to bleed everywhere, and they still haven't... They finally managed to do some damage on towards the Utopia side, but they've bled a lot for this, and Utopia has all the important positions. All that matters for Utopia is making those shots count.
Shoku's being focused at the moment. He gets a couple of shots into Negative. Looks like Negative got 2 back into him. Shoku has to be very careful here because he might be the one that has to try and get the tracking shot or the denial if anyone goes to rush in for a cap reset or cap vision. Reload management is going to be vital for him. He's on a reload now. Zafarchik is now taking a shot on his IS-7. Vilke's still sitting back here at the edge of the cap circle. Shoku's starting to back off just a little bit and try and get himself into a more safer position. BQ looks like he wants to try and get the kill on Coca-Cola. He has him spotted. BQ's going to get a bit more aggressive here, Dake. Steroid still
Well, Biku
in that
could
high
go
position.
there.
And Wheelkey's actually moved off the cap circle. He didn't get shot.
Biku no, he got spotted. Negative actually
Okay.
peeked out and spotted him. That's the thing. That's what Negative's position is for. He's peeked out and spotted Vielky. Biku needs to be careful though, because Failware is still all the way on the top. So if he gets spotted again, Failware can actually start putting shot after shot in towards him.
He doesn't really have anywhere to go to that's safe. The same way for BQ. Shoku taking another damage there. He's kind of like a bit of a pinata at the moment for Negative whenever Negative wants to peek, because Shoku's been constantly lit by Zafar or Kaizu, I guess, in a way, and also Negative is keeping him spotted as well. So Shoku, 2 more hits and he's going to go down. He's only got 539 HP. And once he goes, that's actually not good for Utopia at all.
No, he needs to play it super careful now. Vielky is constantly getting spotted when he gets close to the cap. I wonder if that's Kaizu or Zafar playing with binoculars or something.
Shoku takes another shot there. 400 pretty much, 399. Shot just falling low there for Papapawan. Unlucky. Shoku down to 140 now, so next hit and he's dead.
Interesting position from Stefan. He's actually on another little bit of a climb.
Steroids is spotted now, Daki, as you said. Failware got shot off, somebody else got shot off. I think it was perhaps Annihilator who's down a shot.
Failware putting another one into Bihu as well. Utopia is starting to bleed. And Vielky keeps constantly getting spotted driving onto the cap. That has to be either Kaizu or Zafar with binos.
Let's have a look here now. Biku, like you're saying, everyone just takes shots. Biku's taking damage, Papapawan's taking damage, Steroid's taking damage. Zafar
Okay, so
has binos.
Zafar has binos.
So it's Zafar doing it, and also, oh, it is Zafar. So Zafar just keeping vision on that cap circle, just with his turret.
I
Just
guess
sitting
it
up
has
ever
to
so
be him
slightly.
that's spotting Vielky driving on towards him. But Utopia seems to be gearing up for the push.
Triple cap.
No, push. It's a push.
Well, this is going to go one way or the other. They're going hyper-aggressive here into the tank of, it looks like Negative, Muka and Shipanic pushing in. Just staying underneath the guns of GoHard just now. Let's actually listen into the team speak of Utopia, because it's do or die for them now.
A my musimy tego na górze piknąć.
No.
Tak, wy musicie tego
Kaizo
na
do
górę,
was
a ja-
dojeżdża.
Na
Na
booster
jeden
pan.
goście jest, kurwa. Boost.
No to kontrę. Wjeżdżasz
On
po
nie
niego?
może.
To już wiem.
Skończysz
Kurwa
go.
wielki.
Skończysz go. Kończ go. Is u nas.
Ładuję.
Gdzie to lata? Anielator tam snajpi. Kurwa, z boosta nie
Tragedia.
kontroluje nikt tego?
Trzymajcie się,
Ja ładuję.
Ja też
A ty-
A w
ładuję.
kapa mogę wjechać, czy nie?
No to spróbuj.
Nie bardzo.
Jak? Ale spotną go?
Co nas spotuje? Nic nas nie spotuje. Ja bym double nawet zrobił.
Ja bym wywalił te
Bez
isy,
bichu,
bo ten
ty byś
ile?
nawet dojechał
Ile
i
ten
chuj.
bas?
Musimy coś
Dobra.
zabić, bo
ten
ten
muszę
kapają
ładować.
mi uciekną.
Dawaj.
Ja
East
podjeżdżam na
ten tu
środek.
jedzie,
Kurwa,
ale
i-
ten East-
Ja padnę na lornetce, gra jebana dziwka.
Zasuń mnie.
On tak stoi w miejscu? Kurwa, jak on mnie spotnął.
Zafar.
Nie pikniesz? Nie masz pestek?
Zafarczyk jedzie na środek.
No ja
za
nie
faktyką.
wyciągam nic, kurwa.
Jest ten bar.
On nie ma pestek. Czy ma?
Ma.
pestek.
Zrobisz go Pawian?
Tak.
Nie możemy kapować.
Przeładował.
Oni po mnie jadą.
Anielator
Covery! Ja mam jedną pestkę.
Anielator.
Ładuję.
Tu szybko, dobijcie ty.
Ja ładuję.
Jadę.
Ja ładuję,
szybko jadę.
nie zrobię tego.
Lighta też.
Nie zrobię. Heka.
Well, you don't really need to understand Polish to understand the frustration there in the voices of Utopia, Daki.
Yeah, something about covering, I guess.
Yep. Well, this looks like GoHard are going to be winning this one, unless Utopia can do something amazing with the remaining shots. I mean, Kaizo is a one-shot, but they've got so many shots to have to land. Shoku continuing to do the cap circle, gets a shot into Annihilator, doesn't get spotted. Kaizo, in the meantime, though, picks up a double kill, dropping steroids. Vielky and Shoku are now the only 2 tanks left for Utopia. GoHard have 5 guns in the game. There's no way coming back from this one. And it's Stefan just
has
killed
died.
himself. Well done, laddie. Kaizu now with the triple kill. Shoku drops Annihilator. This is closer than it needed to be from GoHard. A bit sloppy at the end. Shoku has only 1 more shot. Nothing he can really do from that one. Failware can kind of go aggressive all up in his face. And nothing he can really do about that. So a very close battle between these 2 teams. In the end, GoHard just proving the slightly better team between them. And kind of what you said at the start, Daki, sometimes Utopia can be a bit stale, a bit predictable in a way.
It's a very, very needed window for GoHard.
Yeah, a huge one for them, actually. But it's, you know, it will put them into second place. It'll put GoHard on 14 points. Sorry, third place. So only 3 points then behind Utopia. But Kaznat and Ding are playing next, and whoever wins out Kaznat and Ding is going to be a hugely important 3 points if
Yeah.
you can get clean 3 points.
Good stuff there from GoHard. Picking that up. Safari, I guess, with Binos was spotting them driving into the cap. He wasn't spotting them at all points, but he's spotting them enough. And yeah, then Utopia going for the push, but with Bats it's so hard because he takes just so much damage so quickly. And you can see Failware from that position also did very well.
Pavian, 1 kill, 3.2k damage. Congratulations, Daki, on your correct prediction.